Hey everybody, welcome to Storytime, and man, do I have a cool animal for you today. Today we have Filbert, and Filbert is an Asian forest scorpion. Now, scorpions sometimes get a bad rap, and it's because of how scary looking they can sometimes be. Now, I don't happen to think Filbert's all that scary. In fact, I'm even going to try to get him out onto my hand here. But one thing you need to know about scorpions is the same thing we know about any animal, is if you act fearful towards them or threatening towards them, they're going to be threatening towards you. And so literally, if you just kind of go in and act very, very calm, you're going to end up with a very, very calm animal. Now, a lot of times when people are afraid of scorpions, it's because they think that they're going to get stung and then that stinger is going to kill them. But there's something to know about the different sizes of scorpions when we look at them. So Filbert's staying here in his cup. He doesn't seem like he wants to come on my hand. But we notice that Filbert's got really, really thick pinchers here. And then his telson, which is this tail-like appendage with the stinger on the end, is thin. When we look at scorpions, if they have a thin telson and thick claws or thick pinchers, that typically means their first line of defense is actually going to be the claws, not the stinger. That also means the potency level of the stinger, which means how bad it's going to hurt, is going to be pretty low. So an Asian forest scorpion like him, although he's one of the biggest scorpions in the world, is one of the least likely to do any bad damage to you. So like I said, if he needed to defend himself, he's mainly going to use his pinchers, but his first line of defense is actually just hiding underneath logs and rocks. See, these guys live on the forest floor and jungle floor in Asia. So there's lots of downed trees, there's lots of foliage and all kinds of stuff. So they're actually sitting down on the floor, minding their own business, and they're just waiting for bugs to come by that they can hunt. And they'll jump out and grab them with their pinchers, and if they have to, they'll use their telson and they'll sting them, and then they just go ahead and they eat. If they feel a predator's gonna come by, they're gonna run as fast as they can and go underneath that log or that rock. But also their dark color helps them to blend in. Most of the time, they're kind of a blackish to dark green, and that's going to blend in with the forest floor pretty well. But there is something really cool you should see about scorpions, and that's this. Scorpions have a bioluminescence when held underneath a black light. Now, we don't fully understand why they have this with the black light on them. What we theorize is that it helps them to see each other. See, they do have multiple sets of eyes. They have a couple right at the front and then some along the side. So like other insects, they're going to communicate by pheromone, but it is theorized that they can see in the dark the bioluminescence that comes out of their exoskeleton. So basically it's theorized that they can just see other scorpions when it's pitch black out. Now, we don't keep these black lights on them all the time because it can actually start to deteriorate their exoskeleton. So literally we just do this to kind of show like what it looks like and the fact that they can glow underneath the black light. Now again, scorpions get a bad rap as being super scary, but they can actually be very, very gentle creatures. As you can see, Filbert here doesn't seem too wound up by me. He didn't want to come out at first, but now he's got a comfy spot. He feels like because he's in this corner that like he can accurately defend himself and not feel like I can get in there and get him. He feels like he has basically like he's got a cave around him, so he should be okay. Scorpions move around a lot, whether they're desert or whether they're forest. They spend a lot of time wandering around looking for other scorpions when it's that time of year. And of course, they also look for food. With that, I figured we would read Oh, the Places You'll Go by Dr. Seuss. So we're going to read this book to Filbert, our little Asian forest scorpion friend here. And if I can, I'm going to try to get him on my hand because that will actually be easier for me as far as reading the book. But it's also going to be up to him. Do you want to or no? It's up to you, buddy. There we go. See? Not so bad, right? This will make it easier and you guys can get a better look at Filbert. And as you can see, he's not even in a defense posture. This is normal posturing for a scorpion. And like I said, they like to move around, which is why I'm going to read Oh, the Places You'll Go. So if he decides that he doesn't want to stay in one place very well, I'll just go ahead and put him back in his cup, and then we'll just call it a day for him, and we'll try to look at him through the cup while I read the book. So I'm going to get the book cover off here because it's kind of flapping around. And there we go. Okay. Oh, the Places You'll Go by Dr. Seuss. Congratulations, today is your day. You're off to great places. You're off and away. You have brains in your head, and you have feet on your shoes. You can steer yourself in any direction you choose. You're on your own, and you know what you know, and you are the guy who will decide where to go. You'll look up and down streets, look them over with care. About some will say, I don't choose to go there. With your head full of brains and your shoes full of feet, you're too smart to go down any not-so-good street. And you may not find any you'll want to go down, and in that case, of course, you'll head straight out of town. It's opener there in the wide open air. Out there, things can happen and frequently do to people as brainy and footsy as you. And when things start to happen, don't worry, don't stew. Just go right along, you'll start happening too. Oh, the places you'll go. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to scare you, bud. You'll be up on your way, you'll be seeing great sights, you'll join the high flyers who soar to high heights. You won't lag behind because you'll have the speed. You'll pass the whole gang and you'll soon take the lead. Wherever you fly, you'll be the best of the best. Wherever you go, you will top all the rest. Except when you don't, because sometimes you won't. I'm sorry to say so, but sadly it's true that bang-ups and hang-ups can happen to you. You get all hung up in a prickly perch, and your gang will fly on, you'll be left in a lurch. You'll come down from the lurch with an unpleasant bump, and the chances are then that you'll be in a slump. And when you're in a slump, you're not in for much fun. Unslumping yourself is not easily done. You will soon come to a place where the streets are not marked, some windows are lighted, but mostly they're dark. A place you could sprain both your elbow and chin. Do you dare to stay out? Do you dare to go in? How much can you lose? How much can you win? And if you go in, should you turn left or right or 3/4, or maybe not quite? Or go back around and sneak in from behind? Simple it's not, I'm afraid you will find, for a mind maker upper to make up his mind. Filbert, it's like this story was written just for you. You can get so confused that you'll start in to race down long wiggled roads at a breaknecking pace, and grind on for miles across weirdest wild space, headed, I fear, toward a most useless place, the waiting place. For people just waiting. Waiting for a train to go, or a bus to come, or a plane to go, or the mail to come, or the rain to go, or the phone to ring, or the snow to snow, or waiting around for a yes or no, or waiting for their hair to grow. Everyone is just waiting. Waiting for the fish to bite, or waiting for wind to fly a kite, or waiting around for Friday night, or waiting perhaps for their Uncle Jake, or pot to boil, or a better break, or a string of pearls, or a pair of pants, or a wig with curls, or another chance. Everyone is just waiting. No, that's not for you. Somehow you'll escape all that waiting and staying. You'll find the bright places where boom bands are playing. With banner flip-flapping, once more you'll ride high, ready for anything under the sky. Ready because you're that kind of guy. Oh, the places you'll go. There is fun to be done. There are points to be scored. There are games to be won. And the magical things you can do with that ball will make you the most winningest winner of all. Fame! You'll be famous as famous can be, and with the whole wild world watching you on TV. except when they don't, because sometimes they won't. I'm afraid that sometimes you'll play lonely games too. Games you can't win because you'll play against you. All alone, whether you like it or not, alone will be something you'll be quite a lot. And when you're alone, there's a very good chance you'll meet things that scare you right out of your pants. There's some down the road between hither and yon that can scare you so much you won't want to go on. But on you will go through the weather be foul, and on you will go through the enemy's prowl. On you will go through hacking cracks foul. Onward many a frightening creep, though the arms may get sore, your sneakers may leak. On and on you will hike, and I know you'll hike far, and face up to your problems, whatever they are. You'll get mixed up, of course, as you already know. You'll get mixed up with strange birds as you go. So be sure when you step with care and great tact, and remember that life's a great balancing act. Just never forget to be dexterous and deft, and never mix up your right foot with your left. And will you succeed? Yes, you will indeed. 98.75% guaranteed. Kid, you will move mountains. So, be your name Buxbaum or Bixby or Bray or Mordecai Alley Van Allen O'Shea. You're off to great places. Today's your day. Your mountain is waiting. So, get on your way. That was Oh, the Places You'll Go by Dr. Seuss. Read to Filbert, our Asian forest scorpion friend here, who, oh, the places he'll go, because scorpions, as you saw throughout the video, will sometimes really get on the move. And he's very dexterous. He seems to know his left foot from his right. Oh, the places he will go. So, I hope you had fun learning about our